everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside Ascension. This is a departmental profile where we take an inside look of what's happening inside Ascension Parish Government. Colleen Arceneaux is no stranger. You've probably seen her on the program before. She's the Director of Health and Community Development for Ascension Parish Government. And what that means is she oversees a lot of different divisions, from everything from Healthy Ascension to animal control, mosquito control, the new West Ascension Early Learning Center that opened earlier this year, and probably a couple of other things that I'm missing. So it's good to have you on the program.
Thanks for having me.
Lots of exciting things happening. The Ascension Parish Animal Shelter. I'm getting a lot of questions about that. We just recently acquired some property.
Yes, exactly. We just purchased property, the parish did. That's on Weber City Road, pretty close to the intersection with Roddy Road, and that property will be used to build our new animal shelter.
And we don't know what the shelter's going to look like, or how large it's going to be, or how many animals will be housed. So we're really in the preliminary stages right now,
Exactly,
right?
yes. Right now, we published a request for qualifications towards the end of June, and we are waiting for architects who will design the facility for us to submit their proposals. And so after that, we'll be reviewing those RFQ proposals, and we'll be able to select the architect who will design this center for us.
So once that is decided and we select an architect, they will begin that process. And then realistically, it's probably going to take a couple of years before we see this fully designed, cleared out, built facility, right?
Correct. Yes, yes.
So in the interim, tell me a little bit about what's happening at the animal shelter.
So we still have the animal shelter that is on Airline Highway. We have our animal control section that works with our animals that might be potentially more dangerous, and we receive complaints or calls from the public, and we help work through that in partnership with the sheriff's office or the police. And then we also have CARES House that we support, and that's where the shelter that we have right now on Airline Highway, where animals that are strays can be housed and hopefully rehomed and adopted out.
I understand there are a lot of animals that are up for adoption at any given time.
Yes, there are. I think CARES House does a great job with a bunch of amazing volunteers that really help get the word out about animals that need to be adopted. People can go to PetSmart or other locations throughout the parish to help adopt these animals. You can also go in and play with an animal for a day. I've seen a lot of great posts from CARES House and heard from some of their board members about how you can adopt a pet just for a day and take them to a dog park or take them to get a puppuccino. So it's really exciting to see all that they're doing for these animals.
And if you don't follow CARES House on their Facebook page, they do a lot of posts, which we'll try to share on our social media as well. So if you are someone that likes to look at Facebook and or Instagram, be sure to follow Ascension Parish Government. And speaking of which, the Healthy Ascension has an active social media account as well. So we want people to encourage them. How can they follow along with all the things that are happening? Regarding the animal shelter, you probably need to kind of look, regarding social media, you'll probably want to look at the Ascension Parish Government website and social media accounts for that, right?
Correct, yes. For all the animal services, it's really either Ascension Parish Government or CARES House. And then when we think about Healthy Ascension, yes, there's a Healthy Ascension, site and...
Yeah, so that segue, I want to talk more about Healthy Ascension. It's really been June, I guess. June marked 1 year of the parish's partnership with Our Lady of the Lake for what we are calling Healthy Ascension. And so I know one of the goals has been access to care for our friends in the Donaldson Mill area. How has that been going?
Well, we've got some really exciting developments there. In this past spring, Our Lady of the Lake worked really closely with the Ascension Parish School Board to come to an agreement that they could bring their mobile unit to the schools on the West Bank. So that could be at Lower Elementary or middle school or any of the schools that are interested. And so this mobile unit, if you've ever driven down Highway 30 and seen the bus, Our Lady of the Lake at Ascension's bus that's sitting in that parking lot, that bus will be sitting on the West Bank and will be going to schools and even the West Ascension Early Learning Center.
So what happens right now for students on the West Bank side?
So students on the West Bank side, of course, there are pediatricians that are located in the area or on the West Bank, but the school nurses really provide, some just
very basic care. Yeah.
Yes. And so, these services that will be provided on the West Bank aren't necessarily provided on the East Bank, but we know it's easier to access care on the East Bank. There's more pediatricians, there's more urgent care clinics than you can find in Donaldsonville.
Tell me a little bit more about Healthy Ascension and Our Lady of the Lake and the services that we provide with our health unit, because there are quite a few services.
Yes.
We've talked on the show a little bit about some of the mental health care counseling services that are provided, but for people that didn't see that segment or don't know, kind of break it down. What services do you provide? How do you get access to that care?
So I'll tell you how the services that we provide on the East Bank, and these services will also be available through the mobile unit on the West Bank.
Okay.
So public health services typically are the WIC program, which is Women, Infants, and Children, and it's a nutritional supplemental program that's provided here in the health unit in Gonzales. In addition, there's immunization, so anyone that needs to update their shots before they start school in the fall or need updated shots when flu season comes around, we do that. And through the partnership with Our Lady of the Lake, we've been able to expand that to provide primary care services. So there's a nurse practitioner that's in the health unit every day, every hour that the health unit's open, and you can go in for primary care. So that can be your primary care location, or it could be for some more urgent care needs. So say you have the flu and you need to get tested and potentially would like some sort of treatment, you can have that as well.
Up on your screen right now, you can see details about the location of the health unit that is located right here in the central hub, as I like to call it, of where Ascension Parish Government is located and the annex is located, and you can get access to your critical basic care, I guess you could say, right here. There is also a counseling center there as well, right?
Correct. And our counseling center is also staffed by Our Lady of the Lake and managed by them, and you will find any mental or behavioral health services there, and it can be from children all the way through adult and later adult life.
I know that access to care for counseling services has been something over the years that has been trying at best description. Getting access to care, waiting in long lines, or waiting for a long period of time, rather, I should say, to get the care you need, because somebody needs help and it's like you can wait for 2 months and you can get you on a list. What is it like here?
So we can get people into an appointment pretty quickly at the Ascension Counseling Center. Our Lady of the Lake has increased the number of providers, so social workers, counselors, and pretty soon we'll even have a psychiatrist on site. And so if you call the Ascension Counseling Center, it could take within a week or two you could get an appointment, which is much quicker than most mental health locations.
So we have access to care here and want to make people aware of the opportunities that are available. We are increasing that access to care, and that is a commitment that not only Ascension Parish Government has, but that Healthy Ascension, that's kind of the premise behind this whole collaboration with Our Lady of the Lake and Ascension Parish Government, and we're really coining that Healthy Ascension. And then Colleen, we certainly appreciate you being in charge of all of this and taking the helm and really bringing it to the next level and seeing it to full fruition. And speaking of, you were talking about immunizations and getting ready for back to school. We cannot stop by without talking about the Youth Fest. Now, years ago, Youth Fest started in just the Donaldsonville area. And I don't remember what it was called, but it was just I think the sheriff's office had it, and it was a nice event, and they had it, and it grew. And then in the last couple of years, we brought it over to this side of the parish where we are located in our building, to the Gonzales side. And so at the Gonzales Civic Center, we have another version of the Youth Fest, and we call it Ascension for Youth Fest. We have it on one weekend on this side of the parish, one weekend on the other side of the parish. And so tell us all about what we can expect this year.
Yes, we're really excited. So next Saturday, July 27th, we'll be having the Ascension for Youth Fest here in Gonzales, and it'll be located at the Civic Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we are partnering with a lot of different organizations from across the parish, but here in Gonzales, the City of Gonzales will be assisting with us, as well as the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office, and of course our main sponsor is Oxy. And we'll have activities for youth and for families. There will be inflatable water slides, there'll be an inflatable jumpy, house. In addition, arts and crafts, face painting, snowballs, jambalaya, of course, because you can't be in Gonzales without jambalaya. And then families will be able to, after visiting the health unit, the mobile health unit will be there, where folks can make sure that their immunization records are up to date, and the school board will be there to make sure they've registered and are ready to start the school year. But with Oxy's generous donation, we'll be giving away uniforms or coupons for uniforms that can be picked up at Saks, as well as backpacks with school supplies and a lot of other fun giveaways.
And that's going to be on Saturday, July 27th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This is open and free to the public. Then the following weekend in the Donaldsonville area, we repeated for the youth in Donaldsonville. That event is going to be also from 10 to 2. And the difference there is what?
Well, it'll be at the WAG Center, which is a great space that the Sheriff's Office has really done a lot to in developing the study commons and all of that. So in addition to the activities and the giveaways that we'll have on the East Bank, there will be also students can get haircuts and some other kind of cosmetic
like brow waxing type things,
brow
stuff like
waxings, exactly, for our older youth.
I made that up, but I really think it is brow waxing.
I do, yeah, absolutely, it is.
So I think they have, but they're getting them all ready for school. They're getting them groomed properly. You can get your immunizations. You can get your school records updated. You are going to get fed well.
Right, very well.
You're going to have a lot of fun. And again, you're going to get the vouchers for your school uniforms. You're going to get the backpacks. Who are the main sponsors over there?
So the main sponsors over there are CF Industries, and then Shell Geismar will also be assisting with the backpacks and school supplies.
So we want to tell everyone how much we appreciate those main sponsors. But it's not just those main sponsors on both of the sides that are helping, but we have a large committee of people and the other sponsors and vendors and volunteers. There'll be booths out on both sides and a committee of people who are making all of this happen. So we have the City of Gonzales, the City of Donaldsonville, the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office, Ascension Parish Government. I know that I'm missing a lot of people. CARE, the CARES group is participating with us, and countless people have really put their thumb on their thumbprint on the landscape of this series of events that we have on both sides in the community to make it come together. So get ready. It is free for everyone, and we want to encourage the entire community to go out. We have, I think, a couple thousand book packs that we're prepared to give out. So
absolutely. And we've made sure this year, especially on the East Bank, that we have a place that folks can go inside and to cool off a little. So if you went last year and you found it to be hot, this year we made sure there's an air-conditioned space for folks to be able to sit down and eat their food and just, cool down for a minute.
And we couldn't do any of this if it weren't for the help of generous volunteers. So people have put a lot of attention and support behind this, but we actually need a few hundred volunteers in order to make this go off without a hitch. And there's still room for volunteers to help us, especially on the Gonzales event. So you can see a QR code on the screen right now that directs you to where you can sign up. You can sign up right now to participate in one of the slots that is open to volunteer, to participate. And look, if you like one thing over the other, if you want to help with the bouncy house, you can do that. If you want to do a general help, you can do that as well. Just sign up. And guess what? If you don't know where you want to sign up and you just want to come and help us in some particular place, come on. We're going to give you a free t-shirt. We're going to give you a special t-shirt, just your size, and you can join us. Sign up. I'll be there. Colleen will be there leading the charge. And I'm going to take direction from her, as will everyone else. And we're going to have a good time out there at Youth Fest on 2 weekends, July 27th in Gonzales, August 3rd in Donaldsonville. We want you to join us. Colleen, thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
And of course, everything you want to know about what's happening inside your parish, you'll find out right here inside Ascension on Ascension 21. Thanks for watching.